Hi, this is Joe Balaguer of Balaguer Guitars, and we have the special privilege of being here at Seymour Duncan, Santa Barbara, California, with Zack from Seymour Duncan.
Hey Joe, how's it going, man?
Great, how are you?
Great. It's so good to see you again.
Thank you for having us. We are fresh out of the NAMM show in Anaheim, California, sunny California, not in wintry Philadelphia right now, which is great. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the new stuff that you unveiled?
Yeah, it was a great 2026 NAMM show for us. This is actually the 50th anniversary of Seymour Duncan in
Congratulations.
2026. Thank you. Yeah, we're super excited about it. This company has such a great history, and to still be making pickups here in Santa Barbara 50 years later is a huge honor and such a special thing to celebrate. So
Sure.
we kind of went all out with NAMM this year and with some of our new products that are coming out in 2026. So we have a special set of 50th anniversary JB and Jazz humbuckers.
Saw those. That's awesome.
Yeah, you know those pickups well. They're kind of a tried and true staple of the Seymour Duncan product line, and we're still making them today. Still sell a ton of them. They're definitely the most infamous set of Seymour Duncan pickups. But what we did for the 50th anniversary is we have a sort of retro spec version of those pickups that we're selling just in the year 2026 for the 50th anniversary. So the butyrate bobbins used with the original mold that the JB and Jazz set were made with in the late 1970s.
That's super cool.
Long mounting legs, single conductor cable, rough cast Alnico magnets. So it's a very cool kind of nod to the way Seymour Duncan was making pickups 50 years ago.
Sure.
And same great tone from that set that you would expect, and the same output and everything else. But we've made some changes to the way we make those over the years just to match more modern production standards, and as we've sort of figured out the best way to mass produce pickups. But just for this year only, you can get them with the complete retro parts and even a vintage Seymour Duncan logo on the bottom plate. The packaging is kind of a cool throwback design. So
I think we're going to have to order a handful of sets of those. That's awesome.
Definitely. Yeah, this is a good time to get a JB Jazz set if you've been holding out. So
Yeah. It's cool to see how you guys are focusing on classic vintage, reproductions of your popular pickups. But then you also just released like something very modern for Seymour Duncan, which is the
Mortal Coil. Yeah, it's a tongue twister. Yeah.
Mortal Coils.
Yeah,
There we go.
Mortal and pestilence. Yeah.
I want to say Mordor, but
Yeah, Mortal.
yeah, that's where my brain goes.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's the
okay.
nerdum of my brain.
No, I'm right there with you.
But they're multi-voice active pickups.
That's right. Mortal Coils are a very new active design for Seymour Duncan. Multiple voices.
Yeah.
The first voice, so they're humbuckers, obviously, and with a push-pull pot, you're able to access 3 different voices per pickup. The first is our new active Mortal Coil voice, really hard-hitting, high-output active pickup sound, really designed for modern metal musicians, like from the ground up. Took a lot of care in voicing that for players that want that really great hard-hitting active sound, just the right amount of compression that you want from an active pickup, but voice to cut through the mix without some of the complaints we've heard from pickups that are out there that might have too much of like a nasally mid-range or a high-end hiss.
Right.
We really tried to focus on what is going to satisfy players that are looking for just a really punchy active sound. So
That's awesome.
Also optimized for tons of gain and low tunings and things like that. We made sure that voice could hold up when you're, playing a 7-string in drop A or A standard or lower.
Yeah.
That was a really, really fun pickup to work on. Just getting voice 1 right was a real process for the engineering and the new product departments here at Seymour Duncan. And then by pulling up on a potentiometer, you can get to voice 2, which is actually our JB and Jazz voicing. So speaking of
That's killer.
the JB
That's awesome.
Jazz set, yeah. So we know how much people love to have the flexibility of passive pickups kind of at the flick of a switch. So
Sure.
we naturally voice them around our most infamous humbuckers, the JB and Jazz. And so a lot of care was done to not only matching the sound and voicing of those pickups, but also making sure that there wasn't much of a volume drop off,
Right.
an output level mismatch there, so that when you're playing, it's a really seamless switch from active voice to passive voice. And then lastly, voice 3, again, pulling up on a potentiometer, you get a really usable single coil voice from the neck
wow.
and bridge. Yeah,
That's awesome.
So very versatile set for someone who wants to be able to jump from like a sparkly, clean kind of strat voicing in the neck position.
Yeah.
You can easily kick it over to the bridge, put the potentiometer back in, and have a really hard-hitting metal sound in voice 1. So if you're someone who likes a lot of flexibility in your sound, whether it be on stage or in the studio, these are kind of optimized to give you the best of all worlds. And if you are kind of more into like simple switching or no switching at all, you can hardwire to voice 1 and be just rocking, with like a really great
Right.
active sound.
Great metal tone, yeah.
Yeah. So, and they're drop-in replacements for most active pickups too. So,
Oh, that's killer.
we're really happy to have those out. A lot of work's gone into those over the past couple of years, and
Congratulations. That's awesome.
thank you.
Yeah, and while we were here at Seymour Duncan, we were able to get a full shop tour.
Yeah.
We met MJ, got to see the custom shop, and we may have some things in the works there with potentially a limited run of pickups. We'll see, but yeah, it's very, very cool to meet her and also see the history spanning 50 years now at this point of pickup design and innovation that you guys have done. It's been really cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, MJ's a treasure. She's been working here over 40 years building pickups and is our queen of the custom shop. When you get a set of pickups from her, you're in for a treat. And
Sure.
Our whole custom shop team has a breadth of experience building great things for our artists, whether it be early sort of prototyping designs to their final signature models to special runs for companies like Balaguer, which is awesome.
No, it's incredible being able to see all the notes that she has, even from Eddie Van Halen and all the amazing artists you guys have worked with over the years. She keeps all of that. So if someone calls up and says, I had this pickup from 1986 and can you guys redo it? And she'll go through her notes and figure it out. That's just like so cool.
Oh.
One of the highlights of the tour, I think.
That's awesome.
But yeah, no, it's really an amazing tour so far, and to be able to sit here and talk to you guys, I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, we're so happy to have you here. We're all so impressed with the growth that Balaguer Guitars has seen over 10 years in business.
10 years as of last year. Yep.
It's so exciting,
Thank you.
we were talking earlier about how I think there's a lot of parallels in our company's spirit in that we look towards the originators of these designs and the sort of the classic versions of these products as they can exist. Seymour Duncan has a real respect for the sort of heritage around early pickup design, and we work really hard to make sure that we get the components right and the wines right, and that we really understand. That was Seymour's whole, I think, motto, was really just understanding and taking apart pickups, that he had in the 60s and 70s, and using them to kind of learn how to build pickups from the ground up, but also using that same spirit for innovation. And Balaguer Guitars, I think, does a great job of that, of like keeping a respect for the classic, but also really pushing things forward in your designs and your configurations for electronics and things like that. It's really, really cool to see.
I appreciate that very much, and you guys helped support that greatly. When you came out with the Hyper Switch, I remember talking to you guys in the booth at NAMM 2 years ago now, I think, because we had a showpiece thicket in the booth. We had custom shop Seymour Duncans in it as well, and we had the Hyper Switch, so it was kind of like, it looked like a vintage guitar from the outside, but underneath the hood it was hot rodded. And
Exactly.
to my knowledge, I don't know of any other pickup company that's innovating in the way that you guys are, so it's really exciting to see everything that you guys have going on. And yeah, we brought two guitars with us, here to Seymour Duncan that we had at the NAMM show.
Yeah.
That are loaded with Seymour Duncan pickups. So I think we'll go through those in a little bit.
Yeah.
And check them out.
Let's take a look. Cool. All right.
So the first guitar that we brought to Seymour Duncan is this USA Heritage Series Espada. This has a swamp ash body and a roasted flame maple neck and fingerboard. Hip shot tuners, locking tuners, hip shot bridge, but I think the most important and most significant part of the guitar are the pickups. So these are custom shop Fat Cat silencers and humbucker enclosures, obviously. And yeah, they sound great, and it's amazing that you guys figured out how to make them noiseless. I know there's some trickery that I won't talk about on camera that you guys do to make that happen, but it really is a special guitar. The finish is an open pore nitrocellulose lacquer, metallic jade green, we're calling it.
It's gorgeous.
Has some checking, some aging. Thank you. And yeah, this is from our Heritage series. So these are one-off builds that I do throughout the year in Pennsylvania and are normally for trade shows or exhibition, stuff like that.
Yeah. When you want to hit him with a real razzle dazzle.
That's what I'm going to rename the series, the Razzle Dazzle series. That's right. Stainless steel frets, aluminum inlay side dots, all the typical accoutrement of our guitars, whether they're production guitars, semi-custom guitars, or USA guitars. They all have stainless steel frets, locking tuners, and it's a cool build, and happy to put Seymour Duncans in it.
Oh yeah, we're so happy to be in there. It's a really beautiful piece, Joe. For those who don't know, the Fat Cats have been in the Seymour Duncan product line for many years now. Basically a way to get a P90 sound in a humbucker size pickup. So these are drop-in replacements for any regular size humbucker, but you can get a P90 sound, and there's been variations. I think there's a vintage Fat Cat, a hot Fat Cat, and then a few years ago we developed some new silencer technology for some of our pickups for both the Fat Cats, P90s, and Jazzmaster pickups. A new noise canceling technology. It's not a stack, it's actually a different design that allowed us to get an even truer sort of P90 sound out of the Fat Cats without the 60 cycle hum that P90s usually have. So the Fat Cat silencers have been super fun to use. I was telling you, I have them in my personal guitar as well. Really great true P90 sound without 60 cycle hum, which is great when you're stacking a lot of pedals like I do.
Yeah.
And
or when you're playing high gain.
Right.
That's actually been a really big resurgence in the metal community, people who are tuning incredibly low. I've seen a lot of people gravitate towards P90s and even Jazzmaster style pickups, just because it gives it an interesting harmonic, shelving or content, however you want to call it, whatever descriptor word you want to throw on it.
Sure.
It really cuts through in a way that a humbucker may give it too much low end if you're already in drop E1 or something incredibly low.
Right.
So I actually have the Quad Cortex down on the ground right now, and I'll just show a quick high gain example with these pickups and just how quiet they really are, because I think people at home would want to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get all of the awesome P90 tone without the 60 cycle hum.
Yeah.
So
sounds really nice with this high gain patch that you have dialed in. It's a little bit more top end information, high mids that really help you cut through, especially in like kind of a metal or hard rock context.
Yeah, this was a pretty popular guitar at the show, and people kept asking, "What are the pickups? What are the pickups?"
Awesome.
So doing something right, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, and you did a great job aging them. They really match the cosmetic of the rest of the instrument
I appreciate
nicely.
it.
So.
The second guitar that we're looking at is a USA Series Seraph that we finished in a really cool splatter one-off finish called Retro Splatter Noir. Took me a second to remember that.
Looks awesome.
This is from a USA Series run that we did. So it's a production guitar built in the United States. And yeah, we just wanted to do a one-off finish for the NAMM show. And we loaded it with a custom humbucker and a 59, and it sounds really cool. Sounds like what you would expect the guitar to sound like. It's very 80s rock, you know, heavy metal, hair metal. It has a roasted flame maple neck and fingerboard like the previous guitar. Hipshot locking tuners, Hipshot Ibby bridge for a bit more mass under your hand. 5-way switch, one knob, no tone knob. You know,
yeah,
pretty minimalistic.
Nothing to get in the way of your rocking.
Yeah. Stainless steel frets, lumen lace side dots, and yeah, it's just a fast guitar. And these pickups really give it that 80s edge.
Sure.
The custom and the 59 together.
Yeah, Duncan Custom, another one of Seymour's very original designs. I think that was one of the first 5 pickups that the company introduced.
Yeah.
And if you stay tuned, we're actually launching a special 50th anniversary version of that pickup as well.
Killer. Yeah, it and it's not even like crazy high output or resistance. It's pretty tame, but it really does have that bite and growl that you want out of something like this. So, and obviously the 59 pairs well with most humbuckers, in my opinion.
Great neck pickup choice, works so well in a variety of contexts. You see it used a lot in more classic rock sort of context because it's based off of pickups that were made in the 50s, but also very popular in metal. I mean, we have tons of metal guitar players that pair the 59 with some of our hotter bridge pickups because the 59 is just a really sweet sounding.
It's very balanced.
Pickup. Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
for sure.
Great for fast leads and sort of that warm kind of tone that you would hope to get out of a neck pickup.
Yeah. One thing that I liked that MJ said, well, I liked a lot of things that she said today in the shop tour, but one thing that stood out to me is she was explaining how all PAF pickups are different because of the magnets degaussing over time, where the pickup's made, the components that were available at that time, how your pickup reacts to your own environment that you're in, you know, the humidity, the climate, all those things. So for someone to say like, oh, this person makes the best PAF pickup, it's like, well, the PAF pickup that's going out to someone in Alaska is going to be different than someone going to Hawaii or whatever. Sure. And I really think that's a cool way to approach it. But she did mention the Queen Bucker while we were in the custom shop. Oh, yeah. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's her own recipe of, you know, after, you know, almost 50 years, 40 years for her, of a history of building PAF pickups, making her own custom shop version of what she thinks would be the ideal PAF humbucker. So kind of a tangent on the 59 thing, but you mentioned the history of that, and I think it's really cool to see the through line there. Yeah. And speaking of customization, in the custom shop, in our select custom shop as well, you can order pickups like this in our Select Custom online configurator, which are built in a small shop in South Korea and then QC'd here in the States, if you're ordering it from the States or Canada. But you can also get anything that Seymour Duncan makes. We can't have all of the pickups in our online configurator because it would require its own tool, I think, to be able to build out every single thing that you guys offer. But just something to mention, because after walking through the shop floor, you really can get almost anything you want in the product line, but also, you know, once you go to custom shop, it just depends on how much money you want to throw down to get exactly what you want. But yeah, just figured I'd mention it because we do get a lot of people, not only that order just the pickups that we have in the builder from Seymour Duncan, but they'll email us ahead of time or sometimes after they order, and they'll say, can I get an Invader but with this color? Or can I get this humbucker but with this magnet type instead of something else? So it's really cool that you guys offer that. It's not all pickup companies do.
Yeah, and likewise, to be able to decide on all that when you're speccing out your instrument and make sure you're going to find something that sounds right in that guitar but also looks right for that guitar. So cool that you give that as an option to people who really want to build something from the ground up. And there's hundreds of Seymour Duncan SKUs. You know, we really make everything and multiple varieties of every type of pickup. So, we always, try to give you all the information on our website. If you are looking for specific specifications, sound samples, things like that. But we also encourage people to reach out to our customer service team. If you ever want a recommendation for something that's going to be right for your Balaguer guitar, they can walk you through some great options. And it's so cool that you guys kind of open that world up to everybody.
Yeah, it's been really cool. And, when we were doing the tour, MJ even showed us pickups that I've never heard of that you guys have made and are available through the custom shop. So the wheels are spinning as far as like when we go home. I think we're going to all collectively as a team are going to be ordering a bunch of pickups we've never heard from before just to kind of figure out what tone we haven't like uncovered yet.
There's always another tone.
Yeah, I mean that's the cool thing about being a guitar player. I think it's the never-ending search.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate the time.
So happy to have you guys here.
Thanks for having us. This has been incredible.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Maybe I'll have to come out to Philly sometime.
I'll consider it done. I would love that.
It'd be awesome.
Cool. Maybe in the summer.
Definitely not in the winter. That's for sure. We'll swap places.
Well, thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you, everyone.